Hey guys, Kevin here, and welcome to a weird and different video. And today, if you guys were wondering, I'm going to show you sort of my setup and what gaming systems I use for just all the videos that I do. This is kind of just the mess and clutter of everything that we've just got everywhere up here. The Xbox and the Wii and some other stuff are downstairs, but this is just some of the many things that we've got. And I'm going to come over here and pull out just the rest of these. Yeah, you can hear some Legos or whatever those things are. I have no clue. I don't play with them. Those are for my cousins when they come over. I used to play with them. They're still fun though. And there's my tripod. I don't have my camera with me, so I can't put that up on there. But we have just some of these like TV plug-in games. You just plug them into the video and audio plug-in slots on the TV, and then you can just turn them on and play them. And it's got like 6 different classic games. They're really old now, and they're kind of outdated, but they're still fun to play because they have the classic arcade look to them. I've got 2 of them, and then the last one is kind of like just a Dragon Ball Z game. This one is just got a bunch of fighting stuff, pinball, and whatever the last one is. I forget what the last one is, but something about that. This thing has Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, and like pole position, like what does that say? Xvius or Xavius or something like that, and then Mappy. And then this one's just got like Pac-Man, Galaga. It's got like the original Galaga, and then it's got I forget what the other one's called. It's something where you shoot and you try to destroy the pretzel-looking ships. They look like kind of like beehives or whatever. But that is just the TV plugins. Now, let me get more into this, and if you guys see Morrowind, it's one of the best Elder Scrolls games I've ever played. But I'll get on to that later. So we've got over here. We've got my N64. My uncle gave this to me, and if you guys heard in my Legend of Zelda video, you'll heard that my uncle gave it to me, and we've got our memory slot and everything in there, so we don't really run out of memory. No big add-ons to this, like a lot of our game systems have. We didn't really take the time in, hang on, the camera's wobbling, so I'm just trying to wind this thing up a little bit, just so we're a little bit neater with this video, and I'm not scrambling around later on. So, save you guys the camera scrambling. So, we've got 2 controllers for this thing, and we've got 2 controllers. We have a black one, and we have a gray one. Those are 2, and then we have a rumble pack. And if you guys don't know how this works, I'll show you. This was hard for me to figure out. My uncle showed me. There are 2 knobs. If my camera will focus, right here says memory, and these are the 2 rumble slots. And this one is memory, and you use it for games like this game, which I'll probably be doing an LP on. It's called Turok 2. I'll be talking about that in a minute. But there are 2 little switches. There is memory, and these are for memory right here. Don't use these for the switch on 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is for rumble. And you plug them into the back of the controllers, just like the add-on pack for Pokemon Stadium. And then what you do is memory. You can switch it on to whatever save file you want, which is 1, 2, 3, or 4. I like to keep mine on 1 because it's just easier, and I don't use this for a lot of stuff. In this game, this thing isn't really required for memory or anything usually, mostly for this game. But if you want it on rumble, there are 2 settings. There's 1, it's a mild one. 2, you'll actually feel this. You'll actually feel like the definite rumble, and it actually creates kind of what you would feel on a regular controller today. But that's just, it just gives you a little bit of variation between how you like your vibration settings up. But you can switch around, and this is just basically like for save files that the game couldn't handle because the game was too big or whatever, stuff like that. And if you guys notice, the lips on the game, or the adapters, they look kind of cardboard. It's just something old that I've noticed. So this is Turok 2, and I mentioned this before. It's for N64. Well, my uncle told me that this wasn't the best game in the world that he had ever played on his N64, which was like out of the 3 games that he had, which was GoldenEye, which I've heard is the best for N64, or claims to be the best. I don't know. I played it and I really didn't have much fun, but that's just me. You guys can spam me in the comments if you want, saying, oh yeah, you know, it's the best game in the world, you know. This is my favorite. I like sticking to the classic Nintendos. Cat. I like sticking to the classics. The classics are fun. And I still haven't made it through this. I've heard it's supposed to be really long, and I'm doing a Let's Play. I lost the footage for the next 2 episodes, so if I jump ahead into the first dungeon before, and you guys are like, whoa, what happened? You know, we didn't, last saw you crawling out of a tunnel. What happened there? Don't panic, I just lost the stuff, and my Mac was crapping out, so we lost the footage. And I'll re-record. I won't re-record. I'm actually going to start this game. This game is one of my favorites, but I'll get to that later. So, I'll probably play this at some point, do like a 1-episode thing, or maybe 1 or 2. Probably play through this. Controls are really, really, really dang hard on this to navigate through. It's like, look is this, and then if you want to look up and down, you have to use like the C-pad. And then it's like aim is like Z or whatever, and it's really, really like messing with my brain. I don't know if that messes with anybody else, but like really messes with my brain. And I don't know what it is about that game. I might actually make this episode into 2 parts, so I'll show off everything. Because I want to get into the grit of just everything that I want to do with this, and just show you guys just all my setup, and just the cool stuff that I've got, just in case you guys want to see. And just see like, you know, some old classics and be like, huh, he's got that, you know. Maybe I'll ask him if he wants to play that. So we've got a bunch of Sega Genesis games. That came with this baby right here. This is the lightest game system I've ever held. This thing weighs roughly over 3 pounds, I think. Very, very light. It's lighter than like a pair of shoes. And this is just turns on, you get that little red light there. And most of these old systems have just a reset button on them. I've noticed that with this thing too. Let me turn that on. You just press the reset button and it resets it back to the menu screen. So if you want to quit out of a save file, then you just hit the reset and it'll just reset it back to the menu of where the brandishings come back on. I'm going to put this back up on here. And we're just going to get right into here. So I'm just going to throw these DVDs over here. And I'm going to look at the Xbox. Now, we lost one of the controllers for these. I don't know where it is. This one's sort of broken, like when you plug it in. Sometimes you don't hold it in the right spot, and I think it's the wiring, because the wiring's like screwy. But something interesting about these is since they're wired, they have these little connection ports that are kind of separate. I'm going to try to connect this while holding this in my hand by holding it with my foot. Oh, I did it. I'm such a multitasking foot person. Cool. I don't know what I was going at for that. But yeah, so it just has a separate thing, and the connectors are really, really easy just to go in. They just really easily. But what I was trying to get at is this was one of my favorite systems because it just has so many great games, like Morrowind, which I have all of the expansions for on one disc. So I have Blood Moon and Tribunal. I might actually play this. This is I've had like 7 save files on this game before, because there's so much stuff that you want to replay. Like if an NPC dies that you didn't want to die, and you can just replay it, and it's just so fun because there's so many different outcomes. I mean, if you're a complete like jerk or whatever in this game, it doesn't matter, because if you have the best sword in the game, you can just hack and slash away at these people and just own them all. It's just so fun. And I'll probably put together something with this because this is just so fun, and some of the things that happen are so funny. We've seen glitches and stuff like that happen in this game. There's like fish that come onto land, and it is just awesome. And there's like a talking crab, like mud crab or whatever. It's pretty freaky. Some weird Easter eggs in that game. This is just something that I can play on the Xbox 360. I don't know if you guys know this game, but I think you can get it from, you could have gotten it like from Burger King or whatever. Weird game. I don't know what it is. I haven't played it much. This we haven't played either, even though it's made by Bethesda. I think most of the people forgot that this game was even made. Pirates of the Caribbean, it was kind of like sort of a, I don't know, sort of a, how do I put this? Kind of like a Morrowind, just like really, really watered down and just kind of funky. It's it's very Disney-ized, and the controls are very, very sketchy. I didn't like how to play it because I can't pick up anything. That's how far I got, and then I was like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna put this into 2 parts for you guys, so you guys have like double the fun. I'm gonna actually make this into 3 parts because I'm gonna go through each game and what opinions I thought of it. So I might go through my individuals, but I hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna continue this in about a second when I restart the video. We're gonna do another 10 minutes, and we're just gonna go through all of this mountain of random games that are just old. But I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later.